Well, hello friends. Just wanted to sit with you a moment and talk about color. And so many people struggle with choosing colors. And I'm going to talk about colors from the all-in-one paint collection that require no sanding, simply cleaning with our cleaning solution in the surface prep deglosser, either in the wipes or in the liquid. And then you're ready to go, ready to paint literally any surface in your home or outside your home using this amazing paint. If you're new to us here and have never tried it, comment with a word free sample here in the timeline. It's going to send you that link to get yourself a free sample to try it. Then you'll know what the fuss is all about and why people are choosing colors. And let me help you with the color if you're out there trying to decide on a great neutral. And I've got some of the better sellers here in my hand. The number one color that we have, believe it or not, is cashmere. That's our best seller of all. The color with no color is the number one selling color for us. It is the hardest to paint with, simply because if you've ever painted with a white paint, you already know that because it doesn't have color in it, obviously it's a little harder to hide. So I always tell people it's the hardest one to kind of start with. So if you have a project that wouldn't be requiring white, start there, learn how to paint, and learn how to use this amazing paint that doesn't, again, require you to do any sanding to get your project started. The only time you would ever need to sand is if you have something that the finish is failing on. In other words, if that clear coat's coming off, or if the paint is chipping or swollen in an area where it's absorbed moisture. You don't want to paint over anything like that. You want to sand that away, clean then with our surface prep deglosser to remove any oils or grease on the surface, and then you're ready to paint. So always note there is one reason that you would sand, and that's if the old finish is letting go. So you don't want to paint over anything that's a bad surface, because how could this paint hang on if the old one is letting go? So just keep that in mind. So anyway, great colors here to start with. And again, starting off with the top selling color in cashmere. The next one is bone. Just what I would call the old-fashioned wording for that would be called off-white. What your mama used to say right there. I'm gonna paint those walls with off-white. There you go. That's it. Off-white. The perfect color for off-white. Linen is a deeper version of that same off-white. It's just darker. It's just the same color, just double intensity of it. So that'll give you a good way to kind of note that. The next one down is Coliseum. And I think you can see here all together why this one we say has a soft gray undertone. Right there, you can see, has a very soft gray undertone. That's it right there. So if you want that cooler, more contemporary look, or maybe you have a cooler tones in your home, a great wall color, it's a great cabinet color, or it's a great color to work with literally anything on furniture, cabinets, and whatever. The next one down is almond, and it is a combination of warm and cool equally. So it is a fabulous neutral. And it doesn't go as warm as linen or bone. It has a more middle ground undertone, again, in the cool and the warm, 50-50 of each. So it's the perfect color here for a backdrop for anything. If you have a home and you're looking for a cabinet color, maybe you've got warm countertops, warm floors, you've painted your walls cool, and now you go, I have no idea where to go here. Almond is your color. It's the perfect mid-ground for anything as far as cabinet colors, furniture colors, if you're looking for a white shade. I'm going to go over the other colors, so don't leave me if you think about going with colors. I'm just trying to give you some clarity where you can see them all here together. I'm in about a 4,000 Kelvin light here, mimicking daylight. So always note that colors are a reflection of other colors and the lighting around them. So I could take this same bunch of colors over here, go out into a cloudy day. They're going to look much different because the haze of that blueness in the sky is going to change how these colors look. Or I could take it out in the bright sunshine. That's going to change how they look as well. So note that your lighting is always going to affect that. You can change the colors of your lighting and update your whole home like that too. Just keep that in mind. So the next one down here is putty, and it's a darker version of almond. You can see that. Has a little gray undertone in it too, but it doesn't go too cool. It's a great neutral. It does the same thing I said almond does here. It's a great mid-tone or a great buffer. If you don't know which way to go, you can't go wrong with this one. If you've got golden tones and then you've mixed it with cool tones, whatever that is, this color, it will never not match, never not look fabulous. Tapestry, stepping on down here. This one starts to move toward the warm side of things. This has become very, very popular. I remember when we first introduced this color about 3 years ago, this came new on the scene, as well as sea drift, and everybody said, what are y'all doing? That's the ugliest color I've ever seen. It reminds me of old school, back to 80s. Guess what? It's the trending new thing, and it is back to being very, very popular. People are back actually buying this and painting their cabinets in tapestry and cedar. If those old colors that we thought were gone, they're back. Just as soon as you got rid of it, all come back. You know how that goes. Just as soon as you throw out some dress or coat or some kind of top, you go, well, now everybody's wearing that again. Remember the prairie style things? I thought nobody will ever wear that again. Now I see all that coming back. So let me show you some of the more popular colors here in colors. I'm trying to break these down to some of the better sellers and what I think you all are most excited about. Here's another color that whenever we first introduced it, I thought to myself, well, I'm the only one gonna love Crete. We can't keep this color on the shelf. This is our #1 selling color. This color has been in the line probably as long as Polo. And I know it's been in the line at least 7 years, 6 or 7 years. And at the time it was too yellow of a green. Nobody was interested in these yellow, warmer green shades. They wanted more teal, more aqua blues, more things that went to the cooler side that looked good with gray. Well, all that's changing, as we know, and the greens are on and the blue greens are going away more. And these yellow-based greens are really playing up. And Envy is a good one, which is what you see on these cabinets behind us here. This is kind of a good mid-ground. If you're not real sold on going back to those yellow-based colors, Envy is a good one for you. This is Woodlands, believe it or not. This is a terrible version of Woodlands, I would say, but I'm gonna show it to you on the color card. You can get a better version of it here. This is Woodlands right here. I'll pick it up so you can see it because that is a sprayed on version of it there. That is Woodlands right there. So this one in my hand is not a good version, but that is Woodlands. Can you see it right there in the middle of the card? And gives you exactly what that color looks like, because when we look at it sometimes on a monitor, it begins to kind of go like it's a very dull, boring color, but it is such a fabulous neutral. It's similar to how putty works. It's got enough cool tones and enough warmth in it that it matches literally everything. It is a chameleon. I say that word all the time, but in this case, it is so true. And this, for some reason, just makes this look so gray. It's really not. It's not a gray. It's not a green. It's a combo of gray-green. So perfect combination of a gray and a green. So let me move over to what has been the most popular of all colors ever. And even though they have seemed to be wanting to trend away and go away, they're never probably ever going too far away. Polo, that's been a fabulous color for us. And I know y'all have seen a zillion examples of that one. Mediterranean is its brother, it's its friend, but it's got a little green undertone to it. It's what I call teal blue. And so this one would be true blue. This is a teal version of that. I'm gonna pick this color card up and show you a lot of other new blues we've added, but that's 2 of the older blues. It's been in the line for a long time. Super hot colors, still selling extremely well. And on to some of the other colors you may be familiar with. This is London. And every time we post this, I don't care when we post it or what it's on, someone will always say, well, it didn't look that color in my house. It looked green in my house. It looked gray in my house. Whatever it is, there'll always be people on both sides of the coin. This color will go, it very much picks up on your lighting. So it right here is in a true daylight 4,000 Kelvin bulb. That's what it's going to look like in that scenario. It's got a green cast to it. But when you put it in a room that's lit with yellow, if you have a warm temperature bulb in your room, it's going to look gray. So if you want this to look like its true self, like it would look up compared to a piece of notebook paper, that is what you're going to get in a 4,000 Kelvin light. And if you have cabinets you've painted in it and it doesn't look to suit you, change your bulbs. That's how you're going to get the color to look like that right there, is change that bulb to a cooler setting. So on to this one, Spruce, another beautiful color, which looks so good with Envy, as you can see, but it's an aqua kind of a color. It's a teal, true teal, in my opinion. Irish Garden is its light brother. Just a version of it seems with white and more of a pastel version of that. So they look great as companion colors. And so is Saltwater. It's another more of a pastel version of even Irish Garden. So those 3 colors all work well and can make a great little color scheme if you're looking for 3 colors that look well together. For a wall color, then a cabinet color. Maybe this is accent walls, or maybe you're painting an island. That's a great combo. Putting this on your cabinets, putting this maybe on your island, and then a white on the walls. That's also a great way to do it, but a lot of people are using these kicker colors as their accent color, which makes a great room. Makes things interesting, keeps them interesting. So let me go over and jump and show you some of the blues, just so you can see those, some of the new additions of the blues. And I was just showing you a lot of colors that were in this row. We've recently added the color Inspire, which if you will say the word color card, you can get your hands on this color card. This is our brand new big trifold color card with a stain on the back. And this is all of our brand new colors. You won't get this in the free sample. You're going to get the 30 best color card, but if you want to order this one, the Color Confidence card, you can do it. If you say color card, it'll send you the link to this. So let's talk about some more of the blues. Here's Inspire. Here's Spruce, I showed you. Here's a new color called Blissful. Beautiful blue here. Sometimes I see this posted and it looks very bright, but you can see it's a very sedate color. But sometimes it fluoresces in pictures, it seems. There was a pretty Irish Garden that I showed you, and London. Here's a new color called Honest. Such a pretty green, got a mint feeling to it just a bit. And then Saltwater, I did show you there. And on the more sallow type greens, back over here where I showed you the Crete color, there's Crete and there is Envy. We have an even deeper green called Evergreen, you can see there. Then we also have a beautiful companion to Woodlands. It's a deeper version to Woodlands, which I showed you that I told you that it goes a little gray to some people. Here's its friend called Moss. Above that, Simply Sage. That is our color selection of the year. This color has been so well received. And then Willow is a tiny bit more of a celery green, I would call it, a little more sage, a little more yellow based, but it is also a great companion to Simply Sage. If you wanted to use the two of those together in a combination, would look great in a kitchen or in as a wall color and a cabinet color in a bathroom. It has so many ways that you can work that one. And then not forget the blues here. So some beautiful blues. I showed you Polo. Here's a brand new color for us called Bermuda, which is just like our old color, or not just like it, but close to our color, Cathedral. And then there's Mediterranean. Here's our new beautiful, more of a marine blue called Maldives. Here's Haven, what I'll call a country blue. Got a lot of gray, but it's still going to read as a blue in your room. The gorgeous Santorini, which is a little more intense color than Haven, less gray, more blue. And then Stormy is a pastel blue, perfect for babies' rooms, just anything you want to do in a soft version. Great wall colors, everything on this upper row, good wall colors on this color card. So many other colors, I don't want to bore you with all of those, but I want to show you some other colors just because I know everyone always wants to ask about grays. These are some good grays. These are the cool signs of the gray. Right now, Heathered Gray, that has been a great gray for us. Cobblestone is the #1 selling gray. It is toward the cooler side. Oxford has become more popular as of late as things begin to warm up. It's a good transitional gray. If you have a lot of gray and cool tones, Cobblestone's worked great for so many. Coliseum as a great wall color to go along with that. Let me pull that up so you can see that with it. Here's another. This is the white I showed you earlier, but it is a great one to pair with any of these. And then Oyster is here, as you can see, much different in the warmth factor to still pair great with Coliseum and Heathered Gray. So this one is Oxford in front. And of course, Coliseum here. This is Heathered Gray, and this is the cooler Cobblestone. So let me show you this same Coliseum here in the warmer grays, because these are the trending colors right now, because these go with warmer families of colors. And this is Coliseum. This is Oyster that I just shared with you. This is Stonehenge, and then this is Abbey. So take a look at those. So you can put the cooler Coliseum here, Oyster, Stonehenge, and Abbey to see them all together right there. I'm going to take you over to the color card now and bounce back to that and just show you where all of these lie here, because we have so many new ones here. So of course, Iron Gate, that is our #1 selling dark color, and that is a true black. Warm Embers is just a warmer version, meaning got a little brownness to it, just kind of like mascara, that black brown. That would be a great way. Sometimes it'll read warm in the room, but sometimes you'll see it as a true black. It really depends on what you put it and pair it up against in your home. Truffle is a chocolate brown, a gorgeous, rich chocolate brown, and just note that it's going to be almost a black itself. It's not like Kisses. Kisses is over here. That's a chocolate brown. That's why I note its name. There you go, chocolate brown. All the way on the other side of this card is Truffle. So there's a big difference in them value-wise. This one's much more intense. Indulgence is an old friend. Y'all love Corinthian. Indulgence is its big brother right here. So if you love Corinthian like I did on hardware and so many great things to do with the old color Corinthian, Indulgence has replaced it. It is a fabulous color. Of course, y'all know Weather Vane. It's our true gray. Starry Night is a gray, but has that soft blue coming out in it. This one is going to be one of our top selling colors right here. Getting ready to do a big project for this in a home in Tennessee. This one's going to be a really great one and a showy color. Daring is a true gray with no blueness or no undertones coming out in it. Weather Vane is a true gray, but sometimes in certain lighting you may see that tinge of blue peek up in this. You will not see that in Daring. It is a true gray. Believe it or not, colors that are derived from even rich black pigments can pick up a blue tone. And pigments like blacks that sometimes carry the chemicals in them that are made from sometimes have blue undertones in them, even starting with black. So sometimes you have to get there a different way, not using black. So these chemists that we have here are pretty smart, and they know how to do that well beyond my scope that I can't explain, so I won't even try. But they're pretty good at that stuff. So that was one of my things. I need a gray that doesn't have any blue. Is that even possible? Is that humanly possible? And they said, yep, we just can't get there with black like you typically would think. We're going to make gray from black and white, make a gray, but every time that will have that blue undertone, that blue cast, that coolness comes out in it. So they know how to get there using a mixture of reds and yellows and all kinds of stuff, greens. They know how to do that. So pretty amazing stuff. That artist in me, I know those things too, that when you're painting, sometimes you don't make colors that seem to your elementary primary colors. That's not how you go about getting the best ones, especially making greens and forest greens and such. But if you have color questions, just ask them here in the timeline, and I'll do my best to get back and answer them for you. And I know color can be a really head spinner sometimes for so many people, and I understand that. And sometimes you don't have all the tools that you need on your end to make those decisions, but we have some great tools coming for everyone that are our small 3x5 examples. They're not the peel and stick like I'm showing you here. They don't peel off in the back. They're smaller than this, but they do contain a QR code and everything you need to buy the paint once you get those little 3x5s. But we'll be talking about those more in just a day or two. We're entering them now onto the website, and they are a great color example that we can put in everyone's hands. We'll be putting that together in a bundle with this color card and the 3x5 samples, and a lot of things that we're going to do to help you have more assets on your end, especially if you're in the business of painting things for folks. You can show them the card, then get the top colors that they want, and then you'll have these bigger examples that you can show them, or maybe you're just a homeowner and you're using them inside your own home. Whatever that is that you're using them for, we hope that they're valuable tools for you in your desires of using them, whatever way that is, just for surety or understanding how colors work together that we have and that we offer. And I see so many people on here. I hate to get off of here, but it's getting ready to maybe come some more snow our way. So I thank you all for listening. And again, if you're new to us, comment with the word free sample to get that free sample and our 30 best color card. This is the 64 color card of all the brand new colors. It won't be this one. It will be another beautiful little example that we just made. It's all brand new, and it will come to you with that free sample. So I hope you try it, and let me know what you think, and let me know your questions here in the timeline. We'll see y'all soon. Have a great one. Be safe in this snow. Bye.